Hello, my name is Matt Mamula. I'm one of the co-directors for Just About Famous here at the super cool Dallas International Film Festival.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt, for being here. What's been super cool about the Dallas International Film Festival?
You know what's great about it? Oh man, you put me on the spot now. No, there's a great amount of press this festival. So if any filmmakers are trying to get a lot of press, I mean, you guys do a great job with all your press. I mean, there's just tons of press lines. Um, it's amazing programming by Sarah Harris and James Faust. Really cool locations, great theaters, great parties so far. It really has like all the things that you look for in a festival. You guys have so far, so we've definitely been very happy, and we're glad to be here, and glad to be part of the festival.
Well, thank you for that,
Thank you.
compliment.
You're
I'm
welcome.
glad you're enjoying it. That
Yes,
means a lot to
definitely.
us. Yeah, let's talk about your film. What intrigued you about this subject matter? Why'd you decide to make a short on it?
Well, we were actually working on a feature-length documentary about the beer and peanut vendors of baseball called Working for Peanuts, and it was around 2008, 2009, and that's when the economy tanked, and everything just kind of fell through funding-wise, same story as everyone else, probably has told. And so my other co-director, Jason, read an article about an upcoming celebrity impersonator convention, and he thought, there could be something here, and there was impersonators everywhere. Robert De Niro talking to Whoopi, hanging out with Britney Spears, who has a Russian accent, is from the Ukraine, and it was you haven't lived until you've been to a celebrity impersonator convention and just seen them all walking around and talking. And it's kind of fun too, because you're like, oh, it looks just like him, and that one, yeah, you kind of see it, and so it's a fun time to go there, and we went there and shot and had a great time.
So do you mean to tell me that the Robin Williams and the Whoopi Goldberg we saw on the opening night red carpet weren't the real folks?
Oh no, they were totally the real folks. They were real. No, they were the impersonators. Because that's what we do. We try to bring out our impersonators, and but one thing I will say with them is that they're very against like claiming that they're the real people. They always say they're impersonators. They don't like to be like, oh, it's Whoopi Goldberg. They just let people assume that they're the real people, but they don't specifically say that they are the real people, because there's a fine line between, being the impersonators and, pretending, to be the real person. So, but those were our people.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for providing them.
Yeah.
Because I figured it must be really expensive to fly in the real deal, so no wonder we can have such cool parties that we have.
I know. Well, our budget for our film was super expensive to get, Robert De Niro, George Bush, Bill Clinton, and Obama. He's so
Right.
busy.
What's a behind the scenes story that's memorable for you? What can you tell us about the De Niro working with Jason, or any other thing that you'd care to
Well, one
reveal?
thing that was interesting, speaking of De Niro, is that when we were filming, we were trying to get the Robert De Niro to interview, and so Jason goes up to him and is like, "Hey, I'd like to interview," and he stayed in character the whole time. He's like, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" Sorry, I can't do a good De Niro impersonation. And then he went up to him and started, kissing him on the cheek, and Jason's not a very touchy-feely guy, so he's kind of like, as he's kissing him, and so that was the beginning of that interview. But I remember when we were interviewing actually the De Niro, we were going along and getting some good stuff, and when you see the film, the opening story that he tells, he was telling the story, and it was like the last few minutes of our P2 card, and as soon as the story was done, we were like, yes, that is the opening to our film. So it was a good kind of way into the interview.
Awesome. And Matt, where can fans go online to support you, support the film, and to find out new opportunities through the doors that are opening because of this?
Well, we are all among these social networks. You can find us on justaboutfamousthefilm.com is our just regular website. We're on facebook.com/justaboutfamousthefilm.com. Twitter, I think it's JAF Movie or @JAF Movie. YouTube, Vimeo, it's either Blue Collar Films or Just About Famous. I think that's it, right? Is there any other social networks I should plug? I think that's all of them. Are all the social networks? Yeah, and then you become a fan on Facebook. That way you can stay up to date. Follow us on Twitter. Go to the website and try to improve our unique visitors. And but yeah, that's where you can find us. And stay tuned for our upcoming stuff, upcoming festivals, and Whoopi Goldberg or Robin Williams impersonator showings.
Awesome. And Matt and Jason, I have a feeling you guys are just about famous. So,
I hope so.
so I wish you all the continued successes.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate this.